Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today in my Sunday best, as you can see, to share my home fragrance empties with you guys. Yeah, just wanted to get this done before the weekend was over. You guys won't see this until later in the week, but I wanted to get this filmed because my basket is starting to get pretty full, and so I knew if I didn't film it today, I probably would not film until next weekend, and then I would really have so many things. So to start, I have one from K's. This is turquoise, which is bergamot, lemon, rose, jasmine, patchouli, and amber. I melted this in the bathrooms, and it was a nice bathroom scent, but it was very kind of floral and incensey, herb-like kind of, and so it was nice for the bathroom, but it's not one that I need to get more of. I enjoyed it, but I'm trying to really only purchase my my loves. So unless I'm loving it, I don't think I need to repurchase it. I finished a couple from Super Tarts. This is probably the oldest wax I had in my collection. This is from Super Tarts. This is Daryl. Look at the label. You can tell how old it is based on the label. This is leather, sugar dusted blackberries, and sweet cream. January of 2019. You guys, this was so strong. So strong for being that old. The leather is why it is that old. I just kind of let it sit because it's not my cup of tea scent wise. Like, I did not get any blackberry or sweet cream. It is pure leather. So this was a bathroom scent as well. This is not something that I would get again. I also melted from Super Tarts Suki. I'm assuming this name has probably changed because this is from the Gilmore Girls, at least I believe. But this is gingerbread, yellow cake, applesauce, and buttercream. This was nice. This was more of a light to medium throw, and it was kind of an applesauce buttercream type scent is what I really got. I don't know if I really got the gingerbread. Like an apple cake kind of is what I would compare this to. I enjoyed this. I liked it, but it wasn't a favorite. I finished 2 clams from Walmart. The first is old, but I think you can still get this. This is Sensationals Salted Caramel Buttercream. Really pretty packaging. I just don't like caramel anymore, you guys. I've kind of found that caramel is just not a scent note that I really enjoy because it's so sickeningly sweet. This was really strong. It was a nice scent, but yeah, just a no-go for me. And then this is new. This is whipped peppermint cream. I did not have the highest hopes for this one because I didn't love the way it smelled on cold, to be honest with you. I felt like it was like a creamy peppermint, but that it almost had like a little bit of a medicinal plastic-y scent to me. And I feel like I picked that up on warm as well. It lasted a super long time though, but because I wasn't having the highest hopes for it, I actually melted this in the bedrooms and the bathrooms one day when I went to work. So I put it in the morning, was around for, a while I was getting ready and before I left for the day. And then when I came home, I could still smell this. And so it had lasted a good 9+ hours, at least in the warmers. And I could smell it. I think I have one more of these. This is not one that I would get again. I think I've got other like creamy peppermint scents that I like better, like at the North Pole from Sassical Aroma. So good. This just was a little too, like medicinal or like plastic. It's got like a weird note to me that my nose picks up. So I don't know. It's probably just me, but wasn't my favorite. I feel like I'm starting off this video really negative. I feel like, I promise I do have some things that I really love, so just bear with me. And then some of the other clamshells that I finished were from the Bathing Garden. I am trying to kind of work through my Bathing Garden stash. I have mentioned this in a few videos, so I don't want to keep harping on it, but I kind of just want to use up my Bathing Garden and not purchase anymore. Her stuff is beautiful, it really is, but it's just the glitter and everything. I don't know. It's just not a vendor for me per se. So I'm going to start to really trying to finish off what I have here, you know, in the next few months or so. But I finished Feast of Fall. It's got this pretty cornucopia on it. Oh, jeez. This was a very nice bakery, maybe some apple in here. I don't know what the scent notes are. This was a light throw, and this has been sitting for at least a year, because this was not from this previous fall, but the fall prior to that, so 2021. It was a light throw. And then this baby I melted. It was Victorian Goth Christmas. So I just showed this in my bathing garden collection video, and then when I saw this, I was like, okay, you need to melt that this December. I put this in my warmers. This is one that I had to take out pretty immediately, like within a couple of hours, because I could not stand the scent of this. It smells to me like a Christmas tree mixed with like tobacco pipe smoke. This nauseates me smelling it. I don't know what it is about this, but it just was not for me in my home. It truly nauseated me, and it's pretty rare that I have to take out a scent just because I can't stomach it. But I could not stomach this one. I couldn't do it. So this is a no-go for me. But to replace that, when I took that out, I was like, okay, let's replace it with another bathing garden wax. So I put in the Fortune Teller, which I thought I would really like this, and I did, because it's cola. I don't know what the other scent notes are per se, but it kind of reminded me of Coven from Super Tarts, where you have like a cake note, like a bakery note mixed with the Coca-Cola. That's what I got from this. I loved this. This was really great, and this was a strong performer. I enjoyed this one. So this one kind of saved the day. Like I made sure before I switched these out that, you know, when I took out Victorian Goth Christmas, I like really cleaned the warmers good, like wiped them down with a paper towel. I made sure I got all of that oil up, and then I put in the Fortune Teller, and it was so nice. I love Coca-Cola scents, so that always makes me happy. I finished another clam, but it's one of these like big ones. This is from Harper James Wax, and this was her Halloween sampler. So I purchased this one and her fall sampler. And she does these really interesting where, you know, each of these sections was a different scent. And then if you open the lid, she had a list of, I don't know how well you guys can see that with this light. She had a list of all of the names of all of the wax. To be honest, nothing really stood out to me. I don't think I could tell you a single one of these that I was like, yes, that is so good. But that's nothing against Harper James. I have found samples for me just don't work that well. I need a bigger amount of wax. Like 99% of the samples that I melt, I feel like I don't get a great understanding if I like them or not, or their performance or things like that. I need bigger amounts. Like Rose Girls usually is really generous with her samples, where you get like a couple of pieces of like mini melters. I feel like those are the types of things that I can work with more, because I can spread them throughout a couple of warmers and really see if I like a scent or not. And don't get me wrong, any sample I am incredibly grateful for. I just find that samples for me are really hard sometimes to tell if I like a scent or not. So I need to be better about not purchasing things like this, because they just don't work for me really. So I would like to try more Harper James in the future, but just pick like a couple of souffles or something and try a few scents that way instead of going for a sampler like this. These are a really unique concept though, where you can try a bunch of different scents just kind of in one jumbo clam. I like that. I guess I should read what scents they were in. So it was Black Cat, Boogie Time, Candy Corn, Irresistible, Here for the Booze, Pumpkin Pretzel Latte, Spooky Season, Squad Ghouls, The Spell Book, and Toil and Trouble. What any of those are, I don't know if I can tell you. I finished one scoopable, so I'm really excited. The last, I think, 2 baskets that I've had, empties, I've had a scoop in there. So I finished from Kathy's Scoopable Tart Wax Dunk My Donut Noel, which is sweet, buttery, glazed cinnamon donuts blended with vanilla bean Noel type. I love Dunk My Donut, you guys. This is so good. It is just the perfect sugary cinnamon donut scent. And I believe this is on her website right now, but I'm trying to be better about my purchasing and my low buy and everything. So maybe next time Rose Girls has this in a pre-order or something, or if there's other things that I want, I would pick up like multiple bags of it. I think I'd rather get it from Rose Girls than get it from Kathy, only because I don't love scoops. I'm finding like I want to go through the ones that I have, and I think the performance in scoops is really great, but I really hate the mess. And so if I can get it in like a mini melter bag instead of in a scoop, I think I would like that better. So I love this scent though. I could not recommend this enough. And if I can't get it in a mini melter, I would definitely pick it up in a scoop again. Okay, and the rest are bags, and I think these are at least relatively organized based on vendor. So I have a couple, let's see, from K's. I'm actually melting these right now. So in my bedroom here, I have a sample from K's in Crystal Lake. And this was a nice sample because it filled 2 different warmers, and so I really could get a good idea here in the bedroom. I have this in a clamshell, so I do have more of this already. But this is Midnight Waters Pine Cone and Autumn Flannel. This is really beautiful. I really love the pine cone note in here, and I feel like I get the flannel as well. So that is great. I'm really enjoying that. It's a beautiful like teal blue wax pool. And like I said, I already have a clamshell in that one. And then I have Holiday Spiced Balsam in the other bedroom next to me here. And this is okay. I don't love this one. I don't have any more of this, and I don't think I would get this again. Yeah, it's just not my favorite. It's a little too spicy for me. But if you like spicy scents, if you like tree scents, this one's really nice, you know, for that. Okay, next I have a sample from L3 that I really am actually getting a good impression of, so that's pretty rare. This is L3's Sugared Apple, and I feel like maybe this is like a Yankee Candle type. You'll have to let me know. That's whenever I first think about Sugared Apple, I think that it's like a Yankee Candle dupe. This is really beautiful. It's going in my bathroom right now, and it's a beautiful like light apple, sugary, very body care-esque. It almost reminds me a little bit of that Teddy B's I Heart Vanilla Spiced Apples, but just, it's not the same scent, but just in the way where I feel like that one smells body care-esque. This one does too, but to me, this one smells a lot sweeter. It's a very sweet body care apple type scent. So I would, I think, like to get this at some point, maybe in like a puppy pack, or nothing crazy, just a small amount, to try it like in the bedroom's bathroom together. I think that I would enjoy that. I think this would be nice for like the summertime, or like summer to fall transitioning, you know, into kind of the cooler weather. An apple, but it's not heavy and spicy and bakery. So yeah, I think I would get that again. From Britta's Creepy Treasures, I finished Edward's Christmas Wish, which is Christmas wreath, spiced cranberry, and patchouli. I'm sure Jason is laughing at me with this one. This is one that I have had sitting in my stash. It's a year old at this point. I'm just not a patchouli gal. It's just not my thing. And so this is one that I actually melted when I was leaving for work. So I put it in my warmers and let it melt. And then when I came home, I changed my warmers. It was still going strong when I came home. And I will say, of all the patchoulis, Britta's really does have a nice patchouli. She does. But I'm just not a big patchouli fan. So this was enjoyable enough. Like, I didn't absolutely hate it when I was home smelling it, but I'm just not a patchouli incensey kind of fan. Not my cup of tea. Okay, I've got one from Sassy Girl Aroma, and it's not even in a Sassy Girl Aroma bag. It's in a it's in a Rose Girls bag, so ignore the Rose Girls. But this was Sassy Girl Aroma's Christmas at Santa's. So I had purchased a couple of loaves last year, and whenever I got them, the bags were ripped. And so I think I was just finishing this scent up from Rose Girls, which is Jumping on Clouds. So it's vanilla crunch donut, marshmallow smoothie, cup of cake, and cotton candy frosting. So it's just like a basic vanilla scent, right? So I thought, okay, I'll just use this mini melter bag and put some of the Christmas at Santa's in here, you know, and reuse the bag to get it out of the ripped Sassy Girl Aroma loaf bag. So I finished a mini melter amount of Christmas at Santa's, which is pepperberry wreath, sugar cookie, and toasted marshmallow or marshmallow fireside, one of those notes. I've talked about Christmas at Santa's a lot. It's one of the best winter scents ever. I love it. You get like the sugar cookie and that like toasted marshmallow sweetness and kind of smoky note, but that pepperberry wreath, I don't even know how to describe it. It's one of those scents that you'll smell it in the bag and it will smell good, but when you warm it and it melts, it really comes to life and it just changes. It's such the perfect like Christmas and winter time scent. I adore it. So I've got like 2 full loaves amount worth left, but yeah, just wanted to get through that bag because it was almost gone anyway, and then I could like erase from my memory that my Rose Girls mini melter bag had Christmas at Santa's in it. Next, I finished 2 from Destination Wax. I had one of her breakaway bars in Sweet on Paris, which is the Bath & Body Works type. This says it's a gourmand blend of blackberry, lemon, nectarine, vanilla macaron, and a hint of peony. I love Sweet on Paris. I have one more clam in this scent, and I believe it's from Kay's. I really enjoyed this. It's a beautiful scent. However, this lasted probably 3 hours in my warmers, and then it completely died. So that was a bummer. I wish it would have lasted longer, but that's okay. I really enjoy that scent. And then I finished a foil pan from Destination Wax and Vanilla Snowflake. This is also the Bath & Body Works type. You guys know I love Vanilla Snowflake, and so for Candle Day, I'm not going to do a haul, but for Candle Day, I purchased 3 Vanilla Snowflake candles to have throughout the winter time, and I'll probably do like 1 in December, 1 in January, 1 in February, and then that will be perfect because then it will kind of be out of my collection for the spring and summer, and then next winter I can get more because it's really a winter scent for me. That's the only time I ever use it. But since I was getting more of it, I decided I could melt through this. So this is creamy vanilla and warm wood sweetened with a dash of coconut. This is not my absolute favorite dupe. I will say like the Vanilla Snowflake candles, my number 1. If I can get my hands on that, that's the best. Teddy Bees, I think, has the best dupe that I have smelled. It's really, really similar, and it makes the air feel cold almost. I love Teddy Bees Vanilla Snowflake, so maybe she will report that in a pre-order here in January or at some point, but that one's definitely my favorite dupe. And then this one I would say is next on the list. It's my least favorite of the wax, but it's also the easiest to get. And so I enjoyed this. I will get this again if I kind of have no other option, if that makes sense. And then speaking of Teddy Bees, I think that's all that's left, right? Yep, I have 3 souffles that I finished from Teddy Bees. So I've mentioned this in the last few empties I've done. I have been giving myself the permission to use my Teddy Bees from the January 2022 pre-order because I feel like they're cured and ready to go. And so I've really been enjoying going through these melts. So I finished a salty lavender, which is sweet lavender, salty sea air, and toasted marshmallow. Okay, I really enjoyed this. I think she has a beautiful lavender. It's very unique. It's different than any other lavender from any vendor I've smelled, and I really enjoy it. So I really liked this in my bedrooms. It was nice and pretty and calming, great for bedtime. Do I need more of this? At this moment, no, because I have a full loaf of Teddy B's Tiff's favorite lavender, and I think that's more than enough lavender for me. I like lavender, but I don't absolutely love it, and so having a loaf of lavender is going to be enough. So at the moment, no, I'm not going to get this again. But if I like finish that loaf of Tiff's favorite lavender and I really want more, I definitely would get this one again. It was a beautiful lavender scent for the bedrooms. And then I finished Frankish Princess. This one's actually from summer of 2021, so definitely needed to be used. This is warm donuts, baked bread, powdered sugar, and a touch of spice blended with butter, pecan waffles, blackberry jam, and butter cookies. You can see the difference in the label there too. This one was really, really nice. I love Teddy B's blackberry. I think it is the best blackberry out on the market. It is so sweet and juicy, and it truly smells like a blackberry jam type of scent. I think if I had to pick, I would get Tiff's favorite bakery or just like the blackberry butter pecan cookies instead of getting this. But if this was all that was available, I would pick this up as well. The warm donuts, the baked bread, those scents, I don't really feel like I picked up too much of that on warm. It was just kind of the blackberry, but I love her blackberry and I definitely enjoyed that a lot. And then lastly for this empties and last for Teddy B's, I finished I'm going to say Saint Valentine. On here, it's Saint Valentine with an E. However, different times I've seen it spelled differently. I've seen it spelled with an A like Valentine. So I don't know what it's supposed to be, but we're going to say it's Saint Valentine. And this is pink sugar, Earl Grey tea, balsam fir, and sweet vanilla cream. She actually just poured this for this most recent ready to ship, and I did not pick any up. Surprising because I picked up about every single thing on the list. Not quite, but a lot of it. But I hadn't melted through this yet, and so I wanted to see what I thought of it. This is a beautiful scent. It's very unique. It's really that pink sugar and Earl Grey tea is what I get. Her pink sugar is amazing. So good. I liked this a lot. Is it something that I need a ton of? No. Another souffle at some point? Definitely. It was a very unique, pretty scent, and I liked it for kind of the bedroom, bathroom area in that. That is it. Those are all of my empties for the last week or so. Yeah, it was a decent melting week. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing everything that I finished, and I will see you guys in my next one.